Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to DC News Now. I'm Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. We are about to finish out summer and step into fall with cooler temperatures, many spots dropping nearly 20 to 25 degrees. We'll check out that forecast coming up.
Coming up on DC News Now at 9, a longtime teacher in Fairfax County accused of assaulting a student with special needs. Tonight, families open up about the stunning allegations.
Well, it wasn't mint. It was a low-grade copy, but it's worth $11,000, that one book alone.
Also coming up tonight, tens of thousands of dollars worth of comic books swiped from a local store. Details on the bizarre heist, but first, Marielle.
And would you feel safer with people legally carrying firearms on the metro? After several shootings at different stations here in D.C., some riders say carrying concealed could cut down on some of the crime. We're live in the district tonight with a new push to allow guns on trains and buses.
Good evening, D.C. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 9 on D.C. News Now. I'm Thasmeen Mahfouz.
Good evening. I'm Chris Flanagan. We begin tonight with breaking news. New developments in those deadly attacks on homeless people in D.C. and New York City earlier this year. A grand jury in the district just indicted the accused killer on 17 charges, including murder and hate crimes. Prosecutors say Gerald Brevard III killed one homeless man and assaulted two others in D.C. back in March. Now, because of the hate crime charges, Brevard could face up to 1.5 times the maximum prison sentence if found guilty. He's set to go before a judge in October.
And all new tonight, an elementary school teaching assistant in Fairfax County is on administrative leave after allegedly assaulting a student with special needs. That incident happened last Friday, and Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla joins us live from outside Dogwood Elementary School. And Max, we're learning more from police about what happened.
Well, we still don't know what happened inside the classroom during the alleged assault. But what we do know from police is that there were two witnesses, two staff members walked into the classroom and witnessed the alleged assault. Now, a 10-year employee of the school is facing charges. Families of Dogwood Elementary School in Reston opened their inboxes Wednesday morning to find this email from Principal Kate Beckner. I am deeply saddened this morning. It begins. Beckner then shares details. An instructional assistant has been arrested and charged with assaulting a student in our school. Fairfax County Police confirmed the man is 60-year-old Mark McDicken, who has worked at the school for about 10 years. They also say the student he's accused of assaulting has special needs.
It's always incredibly disheartening to hear about something like this happening.
Amanda Campbell is the president of the Special Education PTA in Fairfax County. She says children with disabilities are 3 times more likely to face abuse and neglect than their non-disabled peers.
There's an incredible amount of trust that we put in our staff when we send our kids to school, and to rebuild in a moment like this will take some time.
Dogwood Elementary's principal acknowledged that too, writing, "The primary responsibility for anyone who works in education is the safety and well-being of children. When that trust appears to be broken, it affects us all." Campbell says consistent communication is needed and more qualified staff, especially during this era of staffing shortages, which she says is not new in special education.
Really speaks to the need to focus our efforts on special education to ensure that our most vulnerable students have trained, certified, well-supported staff in the classroom.
Campbell says the first step in restoring trust was a quick response, which she believes FCPS has done. It took less than a week from the incident to the charges being filed to the notice to the community. Now, as for McDicken, he was released on signature. Basically what that means is that he promises he'll come back for his day in court. We did go to the Fairfax County Courthouse, but court records for this incident were not yet available. Again, this is such a new incident. We'll have more as we learn more. Reporting live from Reston, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, Max. Meanwhile, D.C.'s Attorney General is standing by the district's law that prohibits people from carrying concealed weapons on the metro.
Yeah, he's responding to a lawsuit to get the rule thrown out.
Marielle Carbone is live in Petworth for us today. Marielle, those who want this say it's about protecting themselves.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, the attorney on this case actually points to a shooting that happened just a few days ago right here outside this train station as a reason why people need to be able to protect themselves. Still, in this latest court filing, the AG says that guns, they should remain banned on the Metro.
I take the Metro every single day. I call it my BMW bus Metro walk.
So Prince Akaran knows the ins and outs of the transit system, including the crimes that can happen to you while riding.
You never know what's going to happen.
Two men were shot just outside the Petworth station last week, and earlier this month, a woman was shot in the L'Enfant station. So he supports the ability to carry concealed on Metro if you choose to.
If you don't feel like you're responsible with your weapon, don't take a weapon. But if you feel like you could be responsible and protect yourself, take your weapon, conceal it, and only use it if you have to use it.
That's what 4 concealed carry permit holders want. They filed this lawsuit earlier this summer, challenging the district's law that prohibits concealed firearms on public transit. In it, they say there's no historical tradition supporting the ban, and it infringes on their rights to personal protection. They're asking for a judge to grant a preliminary injunction, allowing people to carry guns now while the case goes through the court system. But D.C.'s Attorney General Karl Racine is asking the court to deny the request. He filed this motion on Friday, saying the case has no merit because Metro is a sensitive place with intense activities involving dense, distracted crowds. He argues that means the government can regulate guns there.
A lot of times when the Metro is crowded, it's tight. So you may brush up against someone, or you're trying to catch the door before they close. People are heated.
Metro rider Raquel Buford agrees with the district's logic.
And if you have a gun, it's a possibility that you might want to pull your gun.
Rider D'Angelo Cuffey doesn't want to see the decision rushed.
All the possibilities have to be taken into consideration about, the safety risk, the people who's going to have it.
And riders like Buford point out that Metro, it does have its own police system that is intended to keep riders on transit safe. George Lyon, the attorney representing those 4 men, he does call the argument that this is a sensitive place weak. He does intend to file a response within the next few weeks. Reporting live in the district tonight, I'm Arielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Well, some of the biggest news of the day, the Federal Reserve raises interest rates by 3/4 of a point. The increase marks the 5th rate hike just this year. Economists are hoping it'll help with inflation, but it could lead to an eventual recession. We sat down with DMV financial advisor Xavier Epps to discuss the implications and what to do to stay ahead of the changes.
This is the time when you see bad happening in the economy and around you, you take this opportunity to solidify your finances. You take this opportunity to strategically say, hey, if I'm close to retirement, let's say I'm close to retirement, and because I'm close to retirement, I can't afford these market volatilities, these declines. You work with your financial advisor to have them give you insight on how to strategize to put a little bit off the table, that you won't be so hurt when the volatility happens.
Well, the expert recommends if you're young, invest and put more into your savings. Just so you know, the higher prices mean that consumers are spending around $460 more per month on groceries than they were this time last year. That's according to Moody's Analytics.
And a major crackdown on high school sporting events in Montgomery County comes after that big fight at a Gaithersburg Friday night football game.
Yeah, school leaders talked about updated safety guidelines at a briefing this afternoon. Cheyenne Corinne covers Montgomery County and was at that meeting today.
I will just direct any specific questions that may relate to charges from the police to our law enforcement partners.
These new safety guidelines go into effect this Friday, which includes students from the competing schools can still attend games with an ID, but all other school-age kids need a chaperone. Also, fans must be in the stands during the game, and no large gatherings are allowed. No backpacks also are allowed in, and there is no re-entry to events, and spectators will not be admitted after halftime.
One thing we have found in looking at the data from these incidents is that the students that have been participating in actions that are in direct conflict with our raised core values have been from schools that are not the 2 schools playing on that night.
Now, this is just Tier 1, which goes into effect Friday, but there are 2 other tiers that would only be implemented if necessary and there's a specific concern. Those further restrictions include only students of the home team attending games, closing concession stands and changing game schedules.
Adults must model the behavior and the expectation, and that is my expectation, that adults model for our students. We will not tolerate any sort of indefensible or violent behaviors, because that then becomes a violation to our community.
Now, I saw on a football parents forum concerns that there just have not been enough referees at these games. So I asked MCPS officials directly, how many referees were on the field Friday night? Now, the director of athletics, he said there were 3, although they are allocated 6. Now, he pointed to the nationwide shortage of referees as to why, but said the school district is doing all that they can to improve their scheduling so that there's as many officials on that field as possible. I'm in Montgomery County, Maryland. I'm Cheyenne Karen for DC News Now.
All right, a pricey break in a comic book store smashed into and tens of thousands of dollars worth of rare comic books stolen in Virginia. It happened at Victory Comics, and that's where we find Dave Laval joining us live. Dave, you actually spoke with a comic book store owner and Falls Church police who are looking for the thieves.
Yeah, all I gotta say is, Tasmin, holy comic book heist. I mean, it's unreal what happened here at Victory Comics. The store's entrance has been repaired, yeah, and that cost the owner a few dollars. Yet it's what thieves took from inside the store is what has customers and employees upset. Tables and boxes sit in front of a display case at Victory Comics. There's nothing to show. Thieves broke into the store early Tuesday morning and stole the comic books that sat in the case, along with others in the store. Originally, the owner believed crooks got away with about $40,000 worth of comics, but Jeff Weaver says it's more than twice that now.
But we've done a full audit now, and it's over $100,000.
One of the comics stolen, X-Men #1 from 1963.
Well, it wasn't mint. It was a low-grade copy, but it was worth $11,000, that one book alone.
Weaver says he's not the only one hurt by the loss of the merchandise.
It's finally starting to sink in that, it's not just the money, but, the sense of being violated. This is not just a retail store. It's really a community of people. Hundreds of people come here every month to hang out and play games and look at comic books, and that's been violated. That community has really been violated.
You can buy more than just comic books at Victory Comics. You can also check out a wide selection of science fiction and fantasy games, but the thieves only focused on comic books.
Like to see your stand.
Danielle Lastly and her son came in to buy trading cards and comics. She's more shocked by what the thieves did not take.
That's a little bit strange. I don't know if they kind of were targeting those items. I don't know. It does make you wonder why they didn't get other things. I don't know.
But Weaver is not surprised.
The problem is that for a lot of people, comics are a frivolity. They don't think they're important, but they don't realize that if you're in the business of selling comic books, it's your livelihood. This is a small family-owned business.
Weaver's family and employees just want some of their most valuable property returned. Weaver told us he is insured. He's offering a $2,500 reward for the return of the stolen comics. He's also offering another $2,500 for information leading to the arrest of the person responsible. We're live in Falls Church. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, turning to the weather. It is our last official night of summer, and boy, it's a beauty out there.
Definitely is. Janessa had a fun day today. Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb is here. Janessa, it's going to start feeling like fall soon.
Yeah, we're actually dealing with a cold front that's about to make its way across the area. And right now, our satellite radar is actually picking up some of those high stratus clouds in the upper atmosphere. But most of the DMV is sitting under clear skies. It's a wonderful evening. And if you can step out for at least another hour or two, enjoy all of the clearing and last full night of summer. As we transition tomorrow evening, 9:04 p.m. is when we officially start fall. So it's been a good 93 days with a good stretch of above average temperatures. We're going to continue to watch high pressure sag more into the Carolinas, and this is our next cold front. And right now it is acting almost like a dry cold front because it's not producing a ton of moisture for central Ohio. And as it tracks to the south and east, it's not going to provide an equal opportunity for everyone across our region to get a good dose of rain. It's going to be one line from tomorrow afternoon. I will break down that full timing in your extended forecast, but right now this does not look to be a severe or a widespread event with showers. Temperatures right now, they have really been consistent this afternoon. Humidity levels were not outrageous, pretty comfortable, and those will continue to drop for your Thursday. Right now, the suburbs of the district, 77, Westminster, 75, upper 60s from Fauquier, Rappahannock, and we're actually watching a breeze. That's going to start to pick up. We have a few concerns, though, for your Thursday. Potential of wind gusts picking up to 35, 40 miles per hour. And as I said, that strip of rain going to make its way through. What is the timing on that? We'll look at that coming up.
And also coming up, remembering a trailblazer in Prince George's County, how the community plans to honor the late Bladensburg Mayor, David Harrington.
Also coming up, helping people struggling with addiction get on the road to recovery. Ahead, the work to get more resources needed to save lives.